Hola, muy buenas tardes familia, otra vez Dr. Castillo aquí enseñando inglés. Hoy vamos a explicar expresiones con el verbo to be o estar, okay? So expressions with verb to be, okay? Vamos a cambiar a inglés ahorita. I guarantee you will love these expressions and it will make a lot of sense to you as to why we are going over these frases or expresiones. So I'm going to get right into it. One of the most interesting things that I learned about Spanish when I first started learning is that there's a difference between, for example, saying how old you are, right? If someone says, how old are you, right? That's a question. You would say, in Spanish, like this, yo tengo, however old you are. We'll say 20 años. You would say, yo tengo 20 años. Now, if somebody were to say to me, how old are you? I would say, I am 20 years old. So, you'll see a difference here. When people ask you, like for example, or like let's say you were to say to somebody, I'm hungry, right? I am hungry. I am, that's a to be statement. That's a verb to be. Verb to be. To be. But in Spanish, it's translated to have. Tener is verb tener, right? So there's a switch that you need to understand when you're switching to English. That, for example, if you want to say, I am hungry, right? I am hungry. This marker. Is yo tengo hambre. Sounds like an English or Spanish class now. So look, I am hungry means yo tengo hambre. So if you want to say yo tengo hambre in English, you would say I am hungry. I am. Isn't that it? It's super interesting, super fascinating. You could say, let's say like you're hot. So like it's hot in the room. You could say yo tengo calor. In English, it would be I am. Look at that. I am. We've gone over that a ton of times. If you haven't seen that video, go back and look for this video about I am. I am hot because of temperature, right? You could do another one. Like let's say you're sleepy. It would be yo tengo sueño. In English, you would say, I am sleepy. When in reality, this verb, tengo, the root word is tener, which means to have. Interesting. And so you'll want to be able to understand the difference. Like if somebody asks you like how old you are, right? You'd say, I am 20 years old. You wouldn't say, I have 20 years old, even though, look at that, where you're using that verb in Spanish. But in English, you translate it to I am. Especially when you're asking those questions. So I'm going to write a couple questions and I'm going to do a side-by-side English and Spanish so that you can interpret them and so that you can distinguir, right? So you can distinguish between English and Spanish when you're giving your response, your answer, to certain questions, all right? And you'll definitely be able to see the difference between using tener and I am, which is essentially the verb ser o estar, to be, right? That's why the title of our video is frases o expresiones, right? Con el verb to be. So hopefully you guys learned this, right? And if you haven't learned it, just keep watching this video over and over again. In the description below, I'm going to put a couple side-by-side comparisons on how to translate between English and Spanish for when people ask you very simple questions, or for when you're trying to express yourself or describe yourself in a certain way. All right, that's it for today. Hope you have an awesome and blessed day. Have a great day, guys.